It is March sadness for the Purdue Boilermakers, knocked out of the Sweet 16. Welcome inside the comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios. It is Friday night. Boiler Nation is depressed right now, still dealing with this big upset. Felicia, this was a sad night.
You didn't have to say it like that.
Well, look, you get beat by the 15 seed Peacocks on National Peacock Day. And look, this Purdue team had a lot of promise. So we're going to get into that in a moment, but we do want to bring you some weather news. We want to keep you weather aware because we we're going to talk about Purdue in a moment. You need a hug.
Oh, Angela, this is a tough game for Angela.
Yes.
She's a true Boilermaker at heart.
I am.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It
We'll
is
talk weather
sad.
first because that's more interesting at this point. I don't know if you saw my video, but I stepped. Well, I didn't go outside. I stood at the back door.
I did the same thing. I got drenched.
Oh my gosh! I was like this far away from the door, and I didn't have to hold the door open because the wind blew the door open, and then it stayed open because of the wind. We've had a couple of strong storms move through central Indiana. We do have one severe thunderstorm warning left. These warnings were issued with the potential for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I saw a couple of reports over 50. Now, to be considered severe, it has to be 58 miles per hour or higher. Also picked up what technically is Graupel maybe, but it's just easier to call it small hail. So we had some of that in downtown Indianapolis as well. This is now over the far eastern part of the state. So the latest warning is for parts of Rush County, and it's starting to make its way east of Rushville at this point and southeast. But we do have some heavier cells near Connorsville and just south of Liberty. Let's expand the view and then head south where we have some additional pockets of steady rain. Again, can't rule out some small hail even if you're not under one of the warnings. That cell looks fairly impressive headed your way, North Vernon. And you can see we are not done with this little weather system yet. We've been in and out of some spotty showers tonight, a couple of thunderstorms, and we have some snow developing across parts of northern Illinois and Wisconsin, and that's what's going to move our way overnight. So if you are north and east of Indianapolis where we're expecting some of the steadier bursts of snow, just be prepared. Might be enough to coat the grassy area in a place or two or a rooftop or two. We're not expecting much in the way of accumulations, and then the snow chance will come to an end, but the chill sticks around. We're going to be stuck in the 30s for our Saturday.
Wow.
Oh, March, just being a cruel month.
It is cruel.
Just sometimes can't stand the month of March.
Well, because sometimes, you get 70 and you think, oh, we're in the clear, and then all of a sudden you have snow.
Yeah, I didn't know if Scott was talking about the weather or the game.
Or March
I wasn't
Madness.
sure.
Well,
There is that as well.
I wasn't sure.
Well, let's talk about the game. Look, we can't show highlights. Look, we don't want to show highlights, right?
There weren't
the Peacocks
any.
won. Boilermakers get beat. We do have some photos, though. You look at these photos, and look, this was a really great Purdue team. They were number one at one point this season. They didn't win the Big Ten. For a hot second, they got beat
by
early.
Rutgers.
Right.
We need Coach Angela to get out there and get these boys back in the shape.
They didn't win the Big Ten.
Nope.
They didn't win the Big Ten tournament.
Nope.
They got a 3 seed. They drew, it seemed like, the best route. And with Kentucky losing, you thought, oh, we got a shot to get to the Final Four. Purdue hasn't been to a Final Four in 42 years. It's been a long time, and we thought this was the team with Jaden Ivey and looked like a really good team. But so break it down.
Break it down. Well, Travion Williams did not get the ball enough. Jaden Ivey did not play well.
Turnovers.
We turned it over way too many times.
Too many turnovers.
And it was sad. It was sad. They looked off. It would be like me throwing you something and you go and miss it.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm not going to throw anything at you. But it's like they didn't pass well. They didn't catch the ball well. And I was curious, the defense from the Peacocks, they were all over them.
St. Peter's.
All over them coming up the court.
Yeah.
So why didn't Matt Painter draw up any plays where, okay, we're getting down the court, throw it way down and score easy?
All right, so Matt Painter probably will get some criticism for how he coached tonight. Look, this is the biggest upset in Sweet 16 history. You've never had a 15 get to the Elite Eight.
That hurts.
I know when you put it like that.
And
National Peacock Day?
I know this Purdue team was loaded with talent, but this St. Peter's team is for real. They beat Kentucky. They beat Purdue.
We'll see.
Now we're going to cheer for them, right?
No. No.
See, I think that
Go North Carolina or UCLA.
It might be a bit soon for Angela. It might just be, she might come
ahead.
around.
all right, we're going to talk to you on Monday, see how you're feeling.
I'm not.
Give her a
Secretly,
moment.
I blame Rich Nye for letting the peacock pick the winner.
The whole Larry Bird peacock story that he did.
Sorry, Rich.
Go to our website, WTHR.com, if you want to see that. After this feed, go to our website. Our reporter, Rich Nye, did a story on a peacock this week.
Yep.
With everything going on, he did a story on that.
Right.
It was a nice story.
It wasn't.
Oh, Angela, I feel bad for
It's okay.
you.
I'm sweating now.
I know. I feel bad for my daughter, who's a Purdue grad. She had all her girlfriends over tonight watching the game. I haven't talked to her, but
I think they're still having fun, though. If she had the girls over,
They're probably doing all right.
they're still having fun.
All right, we're having fun with Lauren Kostick, friend of the
Come on
show.
in.
I was like, I'm just laughing over here in the corner the whole time.
So Lauren's got
my
a story
gosh.
about a viral pooch, and I kind of wish that this was an uplifting story.
I know, now I feel horrible because I'm just going to make Angela sadder. Well, okay, so this dog, he was coming up on its 1 year at the shelter in Hamilton County, and they were like, we want to do something special for him. So they made this video, and I'm going to start crying watching it. And they took it from his point of view. His name's Rocky. He's been there for 1 year now. And you could just see everyone walking by. Well, they posted it, and they got 18 million views on TikTok.
Wow.
Everyone's saying, I want to come adopt this dog. And but guess what? He has not been adopted yet.
No way.
Yes, 18 million views. And they're like, we know his home is out there. We know there's someone out there that would be perfect for him because he does have some special needs and, you know, special things you have to take care of. So they're looking for a home where he's the only pet. He likes all the attention, and that is his favorite toy, I'm told. He loves stuffed animals.
Clearly.
So you get to hear all about Rocky's story at 11. Here's another stuffed animal. And he is just the cutest dog. So they're really hoping to get, you know, him adopted.
Yeah. Do you know how old he is?
He is 6 years old. He's not even that old.
Oh, that's good.
But that just makes me so sad.
But you know how your dog, and we've got a couple of dog owners here, when your dog looks out the window waiting for you to come home,
It's so sad.
and you feel so sad that this Rocky is looking at these potential people that may end up adopting him, and they all go by, and he gets it's sad.
Don't look, folks. Don't look, adopt.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
exactly. So make this a happy story. Go adopt him so we could do a follow-up and make it so, you know, make it a good story.
Obviously, he's a people person or
Right.
people dog
Yes.
because he's, you know, up and looking and wanting to.
Oh, he's so
play
sweet.
and-
And so,
They are raising money for the Humane
They
Society
are.
of Hamilton
Exactly.
County, too.
So if, you know, Rocky is not the perfect fit for you, there are 100 other dogs that are at that shelter that, you know, need a home. And then on top of that, because there was 18 million people that saw this video, a lot of people started sending gifts, sending treats, and then they ended up sending a lot of donations. I know,
That's sweet. It's sweet because if you can't adopt the dog, because for whatever people's
you're out of
situation
state,
in their family, you can give $10.
Sure.
And
You can buy a bag of dog food or send your used blankets. You know, it's a way for us all to get involved.
Exactly. They've raised $10,000 through all those donations. So it shows the difference. And that, you know, it's helping Rocky, and it's also helping all his friends in the shelter.
Let's adopt Rocky. Let's
Yes,
hope that
let's
when you
do it.
watch her story tonight at 11, you'll maybe know somebody, or maybe you would like to
When you
adopt.
said let's, I thought, okay, the Channel 13
We'll
team
do it.
would do it, and then we could have a
have a
Channel
pet.
13 dog.
You know what? I'm for it. Let's do it.
Lauren, so you're going to watch Lauren's story tonight at 11 o'clock. Hang out tonight
Okay,
because we're
yeah.
going to play a little
Do
game.
it.
Are these controversial customer behaviors obnoxious or reasonable? We're going to play a little game.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's have
so
'em.
clearly the printer worked for Scott. It didn't work for me. So I put these on my phone. So do you want to go through all of them,
No,
or
just
I also chose
pick a
4?
few. Pick a few.
Okay, I chose 4 because this was a poll that we saw on BuzzFeed, and I want to give you guys the percentages so you know if you're reasonable or obnoxious. So here's one. Sending a dish back at a restaurant because it wasn't to your liking. Nothing wrong with it, you just didn't like it. Is that a yay or a nay? Should you or should you not?
I think if you don't like it, sorry, that's on you.
You ordered it.
If it's not cooked to your satisfaction, like if you order a steak, you order it medium and it comes out. What do you think?
I would say it depends. Here's why. Here's why it depends. Because let's say I'm going to a very high-end restaurant. Let's just throw Ruth's Chris out there. They have they're more on the pricier side. It's not like a like an Applebee's or something, your neighborhood grill. So I'm saying if I'm paying that much, I think it should be as it needs to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a specialty restaurant that specializes in top tier quality, best ingredients. They are on it.
I get you.
But if I'm just at, the neighborhood spot, no big deal. Like, I'll be fine,
Yeah.
So,
So
okay.
it depends on price point for you.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it.
I get you.
Yeah, because you're paying for an experience. I don't want to pay, for a $200 dinner and
You didn't like it.
I didn't like it. That's ridiculous.
But you'll pay for a $20 dinner you didn't like.
Yes, I will. That's true. Just so you know, 8% say that that's reasonable. 92% were with you guys.
There you
They
go.
said don't do it.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next step?
Okay, expecting a free slice of cake from the restaurant at your birthday dinner.
Heck yes.
Okay, so you're saying that's reasonable.
Oh yeah, that's reasonable.
So we got a yay? Yay? What'd you get, Scott?
I don't know. I think it's up to the restaurant.
No.
Here's my
Yeah.
thought. If I'm going to a restaurant for my birthday, my wife will probably talk to the server and say, "Hey, it's my husband's
Yeah,
birthday."
whoever made the reservation.
And they might or may. It wouldn't bother me if they did.
It would bother me.
It would. It would.
Yeah,
bother me.
it would bother me.
How
I
much
want a
does
piece
it-
of cake.
How much does it
Laura,
cost
would it
you?
bother
Half a
you?
cake?
No, I always want dessert. If it's my
See?
birthday, but the question is, have you ever done it when it wasn't your birthday? When you tricked?
No, that's immoral. Yeah.
Now that's obnoxious.
I
People who do that and they're like, oh, it's my birthday.
Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, let me tell you. 12% say that's reasonable. 88% said that's obnoxious.
To expect dessert?
Yes.
No, a free dessert. I don't know.
No,
It's
no,
just-
no. Yeah,
I feel
it
like
should
it's
come.
common.
It's your birthday because you know what I did? I just brought 4 other people to your
See?
restaurant because of my special
Exactly.
day. You can slide me a little cookie or a cake or something.
A cookie or
Something.
cake.
Okay.
Good.
I like when they
Two
sing you
more.
happy
Two more.
birthday.
Two more.
Yeah.
Play
Okay.
along at home.
Yeah. Not tipping your server when the service is terrible. Okay? Bad service. Do you leave a tip or don't you leave a tip? Like, is that a reasonable thing
Yeah.
to not tip or is it unreasonable to not tip?
I think you have to tip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
have
think
to
it's
tip
obnoxious
something.
not to tip.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to tip something
Exactly.
even if it's bad.
I agree because I have been in the service industry. Have you ever served tables?
I worked at a
I was a
concession stand.
hostess.
Hostess? Okay.
Yeah.
2 hostesses and a
People were
server.
rude.
Well, let me tell you, Scott, you haven't lived if you haven't been cussed by a customer.
True.
You have not lived. So, okay, here's a percentage. 67% says it's reasonable not to tip
No.
if the server is awful. 33% said that that's obnoxious, you should always tip.
Yeah,
Well, you never know what they're going through. Sometimes and right now a lot of people are short-staffed.
That's right.
It's like you gotta put yourself in their shoes
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
What about you, Scott?
I give them something, but I wouldn't maybe give them the normal tip. that I
Yeah.
would
Right.
give.
Yeah.
I'm a standard 20%er. It has dipped to 15 if it was really bad.
I
agree.
But because I used to do the job, I know I can tell if you're overwhelmed or, maybe you forgot something. It's not a big deal.
Right.
Or if you're just bad and you don't care. That's the thing. If you just don't care and you are just like, oh, whatever, then, But I'm always going to tip something. That's
There
how
you
you
go.
make your living.
So we have one more, right?
Okay, one more, yes.
We're going to get some viewer
We're
reaction
getting
after
into
you're
this.
done.
There we
You're
go,
good.
Scott. Sitting down at a restaurant 10 minutes before close.
Oh, that's obnoxious.
They're letting you in.
Yeah.
They'll seat you because they're, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Is that a
Well,
yay
don't
or
expect
nay?
good service.
Yeah.
No, you won't come in 10 minutes.
10 minutes before.
I think we're all together on this
Yeah.
one.
Probably
Don't do
obnoxious.
it. Yeah, they seat you, but you shouldn't
Maybe
do it.
go in
So
for a drink or something, an
yeah.
appetizer or dessert.
yeah.
Get your free
birthday.
Can you throw that in the bag too? Because I'm getting takeout. You should be conscious of what time it is, folks.
Yeah.
We are all in agreement with that, and apparently with the internet too. 10% said that's fine as long as people are still eating and they're still letting you in.
Yeah.
But
that's on
90% said don't do it. That's obnoxious.
All right.
You're going to keep the servers there after it's time to go.
All right, so
Don't do it.
Liz is just laughing. She thinks all of this is good.
Thanks, Liz.
Let's see.
Yeah, thanks.
Teresa says tip, but not as much as a good server.
Yeah, give them something. They do have to live,
Ren-
even if they don't do the job well.
Renita says, I leave a tip if bad service, but if the waiter or waitress has a very bad attitude, no.
Okay.
Mindy
all about
says
the
I
food.
would leave a minimum tip. Lauren says
minimum.
that Liz says that Lauren has great minds like Liz.
Thank you.
So agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Chris says always leave a tip, which I think is a good,
Always
good
leave
thing
a
to
tip.
do.
Yeah.
So and Wes says I leave a tip because they deserve the tip no matter what.
Okay, there you go.
So there you go.
Tipping.
Oh,
So it's been a good night.
I
We
wish
end
I'd
on a
been a
good
server.
night.
Yeah, we end on a
started
good
kind of
note.
on a bad night with the whole Purdue thing, and
We moved
The
on.
dogs.
yeah,
We moved on.
we're gonna cheer up
still a good
Angela
team.
between now and 11
Yeah.
o'clock. So
this
Yeah.
is why I don't play professional sports. They tried really hard. We should celebrate them. They
Sorry.
tried.
no trophies for trying hard.
No participation trophies.
There's the quote of the night.
I know.
Just one, everybody.
All right, we're going to all be with you tonight on 13 News at 11. Thanks so much for joining us here. And if we don't see you tonight at 11, hope you have a great weekend.